All right, we've been on and off with you here throughout the early afternoon now as we continue to track a line of severe thunderstorms capable of producing winds on the order of 40 to 60 miles per hour. Now, while these winds are quite intense, especially, let's break this down into various segments here, because let's start in first around the metro, where we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now for Hamilton County, Butler County, also into Warren County and Claremont counties. What we have here is a line of thunderstorms capable of producing winds on the order of about 50 miles per hour. As I sampled these winds and I watched them come through the Mount Auburn area, I've seen wind gusts that would amount to about 40 to 50 miles per hour as they're moving into the metro area. Did see a pocket of winds over here near Chevy and a little closer to about 50 there. So in the metro right now, while this line is coming through with strong winds, I don't think it's the most intense part of the line. So it's actually a little weaker than earlier, but don't let your guard down, as these will still be capable of producing, sporadic wind damage. Trees down, branches down, spotty power lines down. Adam, let's go back to velocity, for example, and sample these winds right here between Newtown and Anderson, for example. So there are pockets and small cores of stronger winds embedded within this line, for example. You can see that right now. Doppler radar estimating, let's zoom in really close, Adam, between Newtown and Anderson, where you may have, contrast that with maybe 30-mile-an-hour winds in Kenton County, but right here near Sherwood Village, up towards Beechmar, coming in the direction of Newtown, you could have a wind gust here locally closer to 60. So again, spotty power outages, a real possibility, along with branches and maybe even some trees down, dead trees, weaker trees down in and around the metro. That's what I would expect within the 275 loop as this line of gusty storms works its way through. Also, a pretty cool looking shelf cloud preceding the heavy rain and stuff, but you need to be indoors with the lightning that's coming out of this. Just got a new radar update again right here, Adam, for example. Let's query that pixel, because that is a core of strong winds. While it's not terribly broad, if this core of strong winds, 60-mile-an-hour winds, comes down your street, you very well could have trees and power lines down, for example. So I would say Sherwood Village up towards Ancor, Terrace Park, Newtown, Marymount. Be on the lookout for some strong winds that could move up towards, for example, Clough Pike, for example, eastern parts of Hamilton County here. So if you're in eastern Hamilton County, anywhere from, let's say, the Stanberry Park community up towards Marymount and Newtown, remember, we have a lot of older neighborhoods here with these big old trees, right, that shade our neighborhoods and streets. So be on the lookout for strong winds moving through eastern Hamilton County. Again, you can see that core. Look at that. Beechmar, Stanberry Park, up towards Newtown and Marymount. The potential for some 40 to 60-mile-an-hour winds in that small little corridor for those of you in eastern Hamilton County. All right, let's go out bigger now and talk about what's happening along the rest of that line. Notice as this entire line of storms now is going through, go back to reflectivity for me, Adam, as this entire line of storms is going through Claremont into Brown counties. On the leading edge of this, you're going to have strong winds that are going to be capable of 40 to 60 miles per hour. And in fact, it is on the southeastern part of this line that appears to me to be the most intense, and where you have the best bowing structure, if you can kind of use your imagination, a little bit of some backward seas along the line. And occasionally, notice where we get these little kinks in the line as well. The tornado threat's not zero, but it is relatively low, but you can sometimes in these squall lines get little brief spin-ups too. So, Adam, let's go down and do a time track, for example, on this stuff from around the Batavia area as it's about to move into places near Batavia over the next couple of minutes. And then Georgetown, also back towards the through the Maysville area now. But these storms are moving at about 50 miles per hour. So here are your various times and towns for your communities through parts of Adams County, Brown County, for example, Claremont County, areas to the southeast of Cincinnati. So winds of 40 to 60 with this line of storms. Capable of putting down trees and power lines, as this line of storms has had a history of producing wind damage, a lot more significant wind damage back near the Louisville area. It's not quite as intense as it was when it came through the Louisville metro, but it is still a healthy line of storms indeed. And you can see numerous severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect. Once this line of storms passes, we should be in a lull for a few hours, and then we'll have to wait and see what happens this evening with the potential for yet more severe weather. So big complex line of storms producing, marginally severe wind gusts. 40 to 60 miles per hour, capable of putting down trees, at least bringing down some branches, I would say. Maybe not whole trees, but certainly branches, and in result in some spotty power outages is what I would expect as this comes through. So it's moving very quick. So eventually it's going to be up on the north side. So if you're up in Hamilton, Mason, over towards Wilmington and Hillsborough, notice you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning in anticipation of these strong winds. And again, you can clearly see how this line of storms is racing its way off towards the northeast. Adam and I are here. We're going to keep you up to date with frequent updates on this line of storms. And of course, we'll be back to talk more about the severe threat for later this afternoon and this evening as well. The race is still on hold right now in Indy, but we'll send you back to your regular scheduled programming.